What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest of cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by LeVon Maynard.
What up? What up?
And usually Shannon, but Shannon was unable to make it this week, but he'll be back next week. Definitely continue to tune in. So Monday, we discussed some efforts by the government to recruit top tier talent and pay top tier dollars. So definitely tune in to that one. Today, LeVon will be in charge of this guy going forward. Another great topic. Wednesday, we have a really good discussion. It involves Apple and some of their security practices. So definitely tune in for that one. Thursday, on the Ask SSP episode, we'll have Jarvis Bryant, active duty Army, about to break into cyber. So he has some really good questions. And then Friday, everything else, right? So continue to like, share, subscribe. And without further ado, I give it to LeVon.
Yes, sir. Today we have an article from Reuters. This is from Peter Schroeder. And the article's title is Banks Ordered to Promptly Flag Cybersecurity Incidents Under New U.S. Rule. So basically, the article goes into describe that the U.S. banking regulators on Thursday finalized a rule that directs banks to report any major cybersecurity incident to the government within 36 hours of discovery. So basically, they're making sure that the banks report any of these incidents promptly, make sure that everybody's aware of them. It looks like the article goes on to describe that the financial services industry is a top target. So facing tens of thousands of cyber attacks each day. And obviously, also we all use some sort of banking system. I mean, the fact that the banking industry is being targeted by these hackers and what have you. I mean, it's no surprise. Of course, they're trying to get these big targets, trying to hopefully empty out some accounts or what have you. Try to get some quick wins, quick money. But this new rule, this new regulation is hoping to help people become more aware of their breaches, so that the government as well as customers themselves know what's happening with their banking corporation, or the organization that's handling their money, to make sure that they're not being it's basically making sure that I think the kind of end game is so that people are aware that their banking organization has been compromised, and they can decide whether or not they want to continue using that service. If they try to keep everything kind of hush hush, or try to keep it like don't tell people until years later or months later that they've been breached, and all of a sudden you realize that some money was missing from your account, and now you don't really maybe you don't have a method to get your money back, or you maybe kind of lose trust into the banking the corporation that you're handling your banking through. But I think it's kind of a something that's been going on for a while now, that we're seeing these incidents occur periodically within the U.S. that a lot of these places need to be more straight upright or upfront about their breaches, so that people know, are aware, and they can deal with the repercussions of having their data lost or having their money stolen. And I think it's a good thing overall, and hopefully that this is kind of like a push in the right direction, that more organizations begin to become like kind of fall within these bounds of being required to notify people of their breaches in a more timely manner. But with that, what do you think of this, Ryan?
Yeah, I agree. So I think it's keeping them above board, right? Because they're more beholden to their shareholders than they are to their customers in some respects. So to announce a breach usually causes issues with stock and what have you. I also think that it'll tighten the screws on them for future regulation. So it's like, okay, the first step is that you must notify us. Maybe the next step is that you will not be allowed to pay a ransom. So I know in the UK, that's a thing where you can't even pay the ransom. So that's a huge deterrent for ransomware gangs, right? So if I know you can't even pay me, like, why would I do it except for anarchy? You know what I mean? But is it worth getting caught for not getting paid? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like right now, it's the getting the money out portion. It's like, okay, it's like I feel comfortable doing the crime because they're going to pay me X amount of, you know, Bitcoin and what have you. But
Mhm.
like now, okay, so they have to report almost immediately. So 36 hours is a pretty tight schedule.
Right.
Um, in the future, they might not be able to pay me. And then most importantly, I think it puts the squeeze on the banking industry to say, okay, now we have to take this more seriously. Now we need to put the right people in the right positions to protect us, as well as have a better line of communication with the government and be more transparent to our customers.
Mhm.
So I think all of that will cause them to onboard more people like us who want to defend their networks, right, and keep them safe. And maybe even we always talk about bringing the CISO to the table. So it might be a
Right.
hard line to get the CISO at the board table. Like, okay, this is what we need to do. We need to spend money here. Banks have lots of money. It's
That's
not
right.
just their money though, right? It's other people's money. But
Right.
uh, you know how FDI insured used to be a thing? They used to have all those
Mhm.
commercials and whatnot. I think it's the standard now, right? Like you have to be people's money has to be insured to a certain amount, like
Right.
$100,000 or something
Mhm.
like that. But maybe now you have to carry cyber insurance or something like that. Like that, I
Mm.
think that would be kind of cool.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You
Yeah.
know, just something to make sure that you meet certain regulatory standards as well as your framework, which, you know, I know banks have PCI DSS and some other things. Um, so I think all in all, like I can't see a negative in this, except for share prices might take a hit at first. But
Mhm.
if it's the standard, it's the standard. Like, you know, if you want to invest in the banking industry and this becomes a regulatory standard, then you have to understand that breaches happen every day. You can't like, oh, I'm going to sell my stock all of a sudden because
Right.
you know, my stake is at risk. Like, well, what's more important, you know, them not paying the ransom and not, you know, giving away the money, or your what is it, confidence in
Mhm.
the banking system. Like, if anything, this will make you more confident because now they're feeder to the fire. So,
Mhm. Right.
yeah.
Yeah. You don't have
But
to worry about them. Yeah. Trying to keep everything
no, go
hush
ahead.
hush while they're
Yeah,
they're being
right,
breached. And
exactly.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as we've seen recently, like I think Robinhood was breached recently. They did disclose though,
Mhm. Right.
but recently they took a hit because I think no money was stolen, no PII was taken, except for I think they got email distros or something like that, which is still dangerous.
Mhm.
Because then all of a sudden you get emails where you think it's from Robinhood, and now you missing money because
Right.
you didn't catch the signs of things were misspelled, or this link doesn't look quite right, or why are they asking me for my password? You know what I mean,
Mhm.
or
Right.
whatever. Um, so I think it'll be good. I think this will help out the industry, and obviously it'll bring in more cybersecurity jobs as well. So I'm big into that because I need
Mhm.
a
Right.
job
That's right.
in the future. In the future, I'm
Yep.
going to need a job. So
Yep.
another avenue for me to get in there. If cyber insurance is not a thing, I'm copywriting it right now.
Mm.
So wait, when it explodes, like I came up with that.
That's right.
That is my idea. Um,
Yeah. I'm gonna have to imagine it's probably out there already, but
right, right,
it's a it's a nice wish. Hopefully you can maybe get something for that.
right. Yeah, I didn't even explain what it is. I just made up the word. Like,
Right.
don't worry about what it is. Just pay me my
Yeah.
money when you decide to roll it out. But
That's right.
no, I thought this was a good article. I appreciate your insight into it as well. Listeners, please continue to like, share, subscribe. Please hit the like button on this. Share it amongst your friends. Let us know. Give us feedback, what you like, what you don't like, all that good stuff. Tune in throughout the week. So again, Monday we discussed DHS and something they're doing with talent management. Today was banking and regulatory systems. Um, Tomorrow will be Apple and some security practices that seems like no one likes, but I think it's a good discussion because I'm on the fence about it. So I'm interested to see what LeVon has to say about it.
Right.
Thursday, we talked to Jarvis Bryant. He is active duty Army and he's breaking into cybersecurity. Really good Q&A with him. And then Friday is everything else. So everything we've consumed throughout the week, whether it be books, movies, TV shows, all that good stuff. So hit up the website, www.theothersideofthefirewall.com. So you can get to all our socials. You can hit me up personally. I'm at Rai Security Guy. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and Clubhouse. And you, LeVon?
You can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe, stay secure.
Take care.